Día 1.
How's it going?
Ready to go.
Ding, ding. This backpack got me through Europe twice.
I was sitting around the cabin with nothing much to do. Thought I'd go to Orick, the old Bob and Wallace too. Checked into a motel, a place they call the Palm. Orick, California, could do me no harm. The lady said you're just in time for a local rodeo. So I thought I'd get a shower and take in the show. Down to admission to pay my entry fee. Just riding the rodeo, Wallace and me. Lady behind the counter said your age you cannot hide. Our rules and regulations won't allow you to ride. With boots and spurs and buckles, had nothing left to do. She said, go back to the Palms, there's a prize waiting you. Now I'm riding Buck and Betsy, she's the best one in the town.
Like the 50s, Orick was a thriving lumber town. Had 8 mills in the community. I had a working theater. It had different cafes. It was a thriving place. Like 240 kids at the school. Yeah, and now though it's diminished over the years as the resources have dwindled.
The school used to have how many students?
Like 240 kids.
Okay.
It's been here since 1939. Well, it's been in the area longer, but at this site, and in its current incarnation.
So people have been moving from Orick? That's why it's
People, when I started here 23 years ago, there were 83 kids at the school. And we just get fewer and fewer enrollment ever since. Just not, the town has dwindled significantly.
Okay. And so right now, you are principal and teacher also at the same time?
Yes, primary teacher, and I'm also the superintendent principal.
Okay. And how many kids do you have here?
Now we have 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
From what ages to what ages?
Well, they're from, it's a kindergarten through 8th grade school. So from 5 up to 12 or 13.
Okay. You told me something interesting about the Orick flood.
Oh, yeah.
When was that?
In 1964, the year I was born, there was a huge flood and it overran the valley and flooded out. People had, floating redwood logs come through and demolish the homes. But then thereafter, this big dike was built in the valley to keep the water in.
Okay. So then this is the first time that artists have come here to work with the school and the community that you know?
I think it is the first arts and residency we've had since I've been here. We have done a lot of day kinds of activities where we've had artists come up and work in the classroom, writers or visual artists for a day or two, or even for a unit of study. But really, this is the first time we've been embedded in the community here day after day, and reaching a saturation point.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So we could finish now. Anything you want to say?
That I want to say that I think that the community has such great potential. It's such a beautiful place to be. It's special in a lot of ways. It's special when I drive up from Arcata every day. You can just right about Stone Lagoon, a little further north, the climate changes, and it's such a beautiful place to be. It has so much potential right on the park as an entry into the park for really the world, into the tall trees. So it's, you know, I think it's got a great potential. I'm on the chamber and we try to move forward with some of those things. And the Orick Chamber is also part of the reason that Dell'Arte is camping for free out here and getting the shower set up. How's that working for you?
It's still building.
Oh no,
we haven't tested yet.
Oh jeez. Wow.
So we're expecting to have it today. Have showers. Let's see.
That's kind of the Orick way. If that's a metaphor for something, it's the pioneer spirit of making do. You know, of making it happen somehow. Yeah. It's like, you know, at Orick School we send those upper kids to Washington, D.C. every other year or so. That's a huge undertaking. That's like the little town that could. You know? They just get behind something and push, and they don't stop till they're there. And it's just it's a great spirit of cooperativeness and passion. Yes. Sometimes it's not always really good, but most of the time it is. One of the things about Orick is it has a lot of challenges too. Next year our free and reduced lunch rate will probably be 100%, and that's probably one of the highest percentages in the county. And so we've got a lot of poverty, we've got a lot of needs, and we're up here on the extreme end of the county. And although we get some support, it's sometimes difficult to get services for the community. So they've had to do a lot of things by themselves. They've had to make do, and that I think adds to the character of the community.
So here we are in beautiful Orick at the rodeo grounds, and we're taking care of the rodeo grounds. And Sally's planting all these beautiful flowers. And we just do work around here, and we get to ride into the wilderness. And life is pretty darn good right now.
It was a wonderful winter to be here. We had maybe 3 major storms that came in with a lot of rain, but it's been a real dry winter, but we loved it. The weather was absolutely beautiful. So as luck would have it, we lucked out with Orick and its weather.
Did you know?
Well, 53 years it's been going on, and I think it's very important.
Like communities have a mushroom festival or blueberry or blackberry festival. I think this is it. I think this is this is the draw for people to come to the rodeo.
Years and years ago, they had a logging festival here too, where they throw axes and saw wood and what have you. But this is it. This is the big event. And tourists from all over the world come here.
This is the 53rd year of Orick Rodeo, and it is all volunteer. So the community, it's an all volunteer rodeo. And
Go ahead,
it's the second weekend in July. So this year it falls on the 12th and 13th.
It's a community that was thriving at one time with the logging industry. There was up to 6 mills here, and then in 1968 the government, the federal government, came in and bought up most of the land for national and state parks, and that's what you're looking at behind us here is the Redwood National Forest. So it's a lot of forestry, people that come here, and then there's people that come and study these birds, the marbled murrelets, and they're supposed to be an endangered species, and it's the wildlife and the elk that people come all over the world to come see, and then their main industry is redwood carving, chainsaw carving. As you guys have seen, there's all these shops around here where they create sculptures of whatever, from Bigfoot to bears to windmills, for lawn ornaments, and that's what they do here. That's their biggest industry in this town right now. And there's only 352 people that live in the town.
Oh, my name is Jim Wheeler. I'm a ranger at Redwood National and State Parks. Orick's a fascinating town. It's wonderful people in the town of Orick. It's the gateway to Redwood National and State Parks. It's definitely kind of a depressed community, partly because with the creation of the park, it wasn't really the creation of the park, but big changes were happening in the timber industry at the time, and a lot of the jobs that were once available in old growth logging are no longer available. Pretty much the logging that's done around in this area is mostly second growth logging because the old growth trees are in the parks now. There's about 40,000 acres of old growth within Redwood National and State Parks. So most of the jobs are second growth jobs, and the industry is highly automated at this point. So the mill, Arcata Redwood Company's mill that was in Orick, just closed a few years ago. And so the town is searching for an income source. Now, originally it was an agricultural town, mainly a dairy town, and there were also people in the Bald Hills that raised sheep for wool. But with the end of World War II, it became a lumber town, and it flourished as a lumber town until the mid to late 60s, about the time the industry started changing and the national park was created.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, Jim.
You're welcome.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the breeze, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country road, take me home to the places I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home down country roads. All my memories gather round her, miner's lady, stranger to blue waters. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine, teardrop goodbye. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home down the country road. I hear her voice in the morning hours, she calls me. Radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country road.
it's rolling around the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when, 'cause I'm stuck in Open Roadhouse in Texas, a little place they call Hamburger Dan. I heard that old jukebox play a song about a truck driving man. Enough. Too many women always around, always singing this good woman too. I kissed a different woman at the ball of you. Oh, how's it go? That wasn't right. I was sitting around the cabin with nothing much to do. Thought I'd go to Orick, see old Bob and Wallace too. Checked into a motel, a place they call the Palm. Orick, California, could do me no harm. The lady said you're just in time for a local rodeo. So I thought I'd get a shower and take in the show. Down to admission to pay my entry fee. Just riding the rodeo, Wallace and me. Lady behind the counter said your age you cannot hide. Our rules and regulations won't allow you to ride. With boots and spurs and buckles, had nothing left to do. She said, go back to the Palms, there's a prize waiting.
So it's fare thee well, my darling true. I'm leaving the first hour of the morning, bound off for the Bay of Mexico, or maybe it's coasting down. So it's fare thee well, my own true love. We'll meet another day, another time. It
Is it
It's recording.
rolling? Is it rolling?
It's
Bob?
rolling.
All right, Dell'Arte. Dennis Jensen here, and Inga Jensen. Boy, oh boy, thank you guys very much for making this community a better place to be. Great culture, great fun, great music. You guys are fabulous, and they're going to remember this for a long time, and so will we. Stay in touch. Stay in touch with me and Sally and the mules and our puppy dogs and the people in the community here. All right, love you guys.
For the last 10 days, Dell'Arte has been in Orick, and it's been, well, the best 10 days that I can remember. I've enjoyed them, fed them, made them donuts. I hate to see them go, but hopefully I'll see them back at the rodeo.
Yes.
This has been a wonderful experience for us that the Dell'Arte came and spent these 9 days in the community and got to know some of the people. And even though we live in a small town, people think we probably know everyone, but we don't have as many experiences and chances to just get together in a really informal way. And they brought their creativity and people from all over the world. It's just an experience that most of the people here in town won't ever have. So we're just really thankful that they have come and brought this to us. We hope they'll come again.
Yes.